We have John from Move 38 showing us Darkball by Blinks. Hey, John.
Hey, Dan. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course, sick background.
Thanks so much. This is actually just my room.
There is no virtual background. There's no furniture, there's nothing. You just kind of sit in front of that backdrop all the time.
We better get used to it.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm gonna flip over to share a down-facing camera. We'll see how this goes. Let me know if that works.
Yep, it's working.
Cool. Hi, my name is John Bobrow. I'm the founder and CEO of Move 38. And what I'm going to be sharing is, I'm actually going to share an unreleased game for a new game system called Blinks. And so real quickly, I can share what an existing game on Blinks looks like, and then we'll do a little bit of gameplay and preview of a game made by Che-Wei Wang, who's actually in the chat. So when question time comes around, people can pose questions and perhaps both of us can do our best to answer them. So Blinks are a smart tabletop game system, which means these are intelligent game pieces. Each of the game pieces respond to touch. They communicate with their neighbors. They're these little smart hexagonal magnetic tiles. And each one of them knows a different game. So kind of like a Nintendo cartridge, each one knows a game. And the way you load a game is to grab the blink with the game you want to play. So before I share Darkball, I'm just going to real quickly, Jamie, are you? Awesome, cool. I've got a demo partner. So I'm going to load up a quick game called Puzzle 101. And Jamie and I will compete in Puzzle 101 just so you have a sense of what a game can look like. And so the way we load the game is I hold down the top until it kind of does that crazy blue flash. And then it looks for neighbors to teach the game. And when I introduce it, it finds each of the other connected pieces, each of the other connected game pieces. And now all of my blinks are learning how to play Puzzle 101. I think I timed this out okay, so we'll have time for both. So, oh, good call. You'll join me for Darkball. Okay, so Puzzle 101. In Puzzle 101, if you wanted to play two-player, each player would have 6 blinks. So I'll just show one player real quickly, which is in Puzzle 101, when I double-click the middle piece, the blinks create a puzzle. And the solution to the puzzle is to have the red sides touching red sides, blue sides touching blue sides, yellow sides touching yellow. And there's only one solution. So it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube. And I'm not the fastest, but I'll get there. Oh, this is painful to watch, isn't it?
Oh, you had it in the beginning.
Did I have it?
No.
You're all good. We're here.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to hand this off to Jamie. Jamie's hands are coming in.
No, I think you had it.
Oh, nice.
And the blue with the pink here. And the two blues.
Yeah. Okay. So when you have it perfectly solved, all of the pieces flash in unison together because they're all matched. And then when you double click, it resets, and double click again gives a completely new puzzle. Jamie's a lot better than I am. So we've been actually competing facing off with a set of 6 here and another set of 6. So I'm actually gonna break out another set of 6 blinks, and we're gonna load up Darkball, which is a new game that we're gonna be releasing in 4 weeks. So Blinks are an open source platform. And so the first 12 games, 4 of them were made by the community. This next set of 6 games we're releasing are entirely made by the community. And so this game, Darkball, is one of those 6. And I'll do my best to describe it. So Che-Wei is a close friend, and he said he wanted to make a game that his 4-year-old and 2-year-old could join him in playing. And like anybody could pick up. And it has a really, really easy to get started, but it's very, you'll see kind of quickly that you can kind of go endlessly about this. So if you just have 6 blinks, we'll start with just 6. So in the game of Darkball, I like to put it as the equivalent of Pong for blinks. So when I press my paddle, it sends a dark ball out. And if Jamie presses, my timing has to be just right to hit it back. And the better my timing is, the faster it'll come off my paddle.
Wow.
Or when you miss it.
Oh, and if you miss, if you're late, you accrue damage. So you can see mine has 1 damage, and
I have 1.
Cool. So Jamie, send that. Cool. So, and if I miss hit, it times me out for a little bit. So this is a pretty straightforward game. And we can lengthen the court, make it a little bit easier. But I like to do this, which is, we'll show. All right, so go for it. Oh no.
Oh, you sent 2 balls. Yeah.
All right. So so what happens is the ball can travel around this loop now, and it doesn't. You might.
Sometimes goes back to you. Sometimes goes to the other person.
And so hitting it well might just end up sending it real fast into you. And Jamie just lost on that one. And so it's pretty clear how 2-player works here. 1 player similarly works by simply having one end to the track. So let me just throw there we go. So blue has the ball. And so I could play this 1 player. And then I'm going to show how this will show more player. Yeah, so let's do 3-player, and do you want to be 2 of them?
Sure.
I volunteer Jamie for the harder role always.
Got to know your limits.
It's exactly right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could like path it however you want. All right, so how about you just press?
You're actually better at this game than I am, but I'll press this one.
Ah.
Ah. Ah.
And so when you start out the game, you can also launch multiple balls, which I think is, balls will merge when they cross paths. Let's see. And I can talk a little bit about the game feel of it. Besides the tactility of blinks, one of the things I really love about Darkball is it's a timing game. And so, there's this little window where if you press right before it enters, you kind of have a little bit of forgiveness, but it comes off slowly. If you time it just right, it really speeds off. And if you're a little bit late, it also gives a little bit of forgiveness. When Che-Wei first made it, he was like, I think his timing's just phenomenal. So it was like, whoa, this is impossible for everybody. And then it slowly but surely became like, okay, it's not just, you're not just dying frequently when you're not good at it. It just means you're not hitting the ball as fast. And sometimes that, yeah, I feel like it kind of has some nice rubber banding. And like, if you make the chain to yourself longer, and like, I'll show what this looks like. So go ahead and send. So you can create these really just horrific paths that like clearly, oh, wow. I really shouldn't have lost on that.
What a cool implementation of the hardware too.
Yeah, I think, and also I guess I should also point out, I think this is something Che-Wei would say if he were on right now, is, you know, this came together within a day of him like working on the game. So, you know, when programming for them, because you don't have to worry about graphics, we can't all be saying Sam Engs and shattered glass glory. You know, there's only you know, 6 RGB LEDs on them. And so the only thing that, you know, when you're developing a Blinks game, you can really focus on, and like you can do some really beautiful animation and some really nice stuff with flow, but ultimately it kind of comes down to like the tactility and the gameplay and just getting the timing and feeling right. So
Nice.